What's going down? You know who this is. B.O.B. Nothing but the best of the best. This is Cakeology, the science of success. If you guys want videos on money, business, and credit, you're in the right place. Make sure you guys like, subscribe to the channel. All right, so today we're talking about how long does it take net 30 vendor accounts to actually report on your business credit report. Let's get it. All right. We all know how to build business credit, and that is through net 30 vendor accounts, okay? The whole process, I go through it step by step with you if you join my VIP business credit membership, okay? If you call me, the link is in the description below. You get a special deal, all right? And I'll walk you through it and do all that with you, okay? But when we're talking about, well, how long does it take for these vendor accounts to report, all right? There's three things that have to happen before a net 30 vendor account reports to the business credit report. We're gonna discuss all those three things right now. So number one is that you have to do business with the vendor, okay? So the way that this whole process works is that unlike personal credit, with business credit, you have to do business with a vendor that reports, that has the capability of reporting your experience, meaning your credit experience, your purchase experience, to the business credit bureaus. Not all vendors do that. Now, a lot of you guys and girls out there might be doing business with certain suppliers, with certain manufacturers. And you're like, well, hey, Bob, none of this stuff is reporting. Well, that's because they don't have the capacity to report. There is some formalities that a company has to go through in order to report those trade lines to the business credit bureaus, okay? Of course, I know about them. Two of the hottest ones are in the link in the description below, okay? So if you're a new business, maybe an existing business, you don't have a lot of trade lines, you don't have anything to piggyback off of, because that's what we need to do to get higher limits, right? So if you don't have that, then check out the two in the link in the description below. All right, number one, once again, is you have to do business with a vendor that reports. Number two, you pay that invoice, okay, off before it's due. So about 10 days before it's due, you pay that invoice off for whatever product and service that you chose. Now, some vendors, they want you to make a purchase in advance. So they'll set up a net 30 vendor account for you, but you have to make your initial purchase up front, which is okay also, all right? So once again, do business with the vendor that reports, pay that invoice off, right? Number three, then that vendor reports to the business credit bureaus, okay? Now, how long does this whole process take? Well, just that process alone of you purchasing and paying the invoice could take 30 days. Then for the vendor to report to the business credit bureaus, that takes another maybe 30 days or so, okay? So number one, you make that purchase with the vendor, you pay it off. Number two, that vendor reports, okay, to the business credit bureaus. And number three, the business credit bureaus then update your business credit report, which can take up to another 30 days, okay? So I want you guys to go into this realistically thinking and knowing that when you make a purchase with a vendor, it could take up to 90 days for that to show up on your business credit report, okay? So let's go over it one more time. Number one, you do business with the vendor, you pay it off. Number two, that vendor reports to the business credit bureaus. Number three, the business credit bureaus then upload your payment experience to your credit report, okay? So those are the three things that have to happen before a net 30 account or any account shows up on your business credit report. Now, the more vendors that you have showing up, the higher your score is gonna go. Now, there's two things, I'm gonna also throw this in here. There's two things that really matter when it comes to business credit scores. Number one is the amount of vendors that you have, and number two, the limits that those vendors have given you, okay? Now, the limits also play a huge impact because the higher limits you have, as we move forward down the line, the higher limits you have, the higher credit limits you're gonna get based on those initial limits. Does that make any sense? So when we piggyback off of an account, for example, that has a $1,000 limit, well, the next vendor might say, well, hey, or the bank might say, okay, well, he's got $1,000 showing up. Then we'll give him $2,000. Now, what if you had $20,000 or $30,000 limit? Okay, well, the next vendor is going to say, well, oh, wow, they've already got 20, 30,000. It seems like they're handling that pretty well. Well, we can at least give them that, or we can give them more. Okay, maybe we can give them 40,000. Okay, so that's where those things really come into play when we're talking about moving up the different layers, up the different tiers when it comes to building business credit. Okay, now if you guys want to build business credit on your own, I've got a ton of videos on the channel, Money Business Credit. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel. If you guys want some help doing it, make sure you reach out to me and schedule a free 15-minute consultation where you can join at a special price my VIP Business Credit membership, where I will walk you through the path myself. I will hold your hand and walk you down the aisle to the yellow brick road to see the Wizard of Bob. Okay, baby? So that's what I can do for you. Now, don't also forget, two of the hottest reporting Net 30 accounts are in the link in the description below. All right? Now, remember, 2 or 3 videos every week. Make sure you guys like, make sure you guys subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one, baby. Peace and love.